NFL fans, it is Christmas Day, and we're going to talk a little bit of football. Let's do it. Christmas Day, Netflix games, Kansas City Chiefs at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Listen, George Pickens is back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is humongous for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're having a lot of trouble with the tackle positions, big time injuries, and then their best player, Chris Jones, on the defensive side of the football, he is out in the spot. I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers to get a big W at home. Baltimore Ravens, Houston Texans. Baltimore Ravens are considerable favorites in this spot, but I think the Houston Texans use that motivation of the Tank Dell injury to get a big W at home. The Texans play considerably better at home, guys. So Pittsburgh and Houston both won. I would not be surprised. I'm taking the Steelers and the Houston Texans. Next up, the Thursday night game. Really fun, exciting game. Seattle Seahawks taking on the Chicago Terrible Bears. I'm going with Seattle all day. The Chicago Bears have lost 9 games in a row. The coaching staff is a disaster. Seattle has been playing pretty good football as of late. I like Seattle to get a big road victory. Then we got 3 Saturday games. LA Chargers, New England Patriots. The Chargers had a little bit of a setback last week, getting the brakes blown off of them by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I think they bounce back in this spot. They get back to running the ball. That Ladd McConkey, Justin Herbert connection is real. I'm saying Bosa gets at least 2 sacks in this game over Drake May and a superstarless New England Patriots. Even though they're in New England, it's going to be freezing. But I like the Chargers to get the run game going in this spot. Chargers all day. Have Denver Broncos, Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals, one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL, led by Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. But their defense is an absolute stinky dumpster fire. So, I'm going with the Denver Broncos, guys. I like Bo Nix. I love myself some Sean Payton. Joe Burrow's on fire, but if the Denver defense can figure it out a little bit, stopping Joe Burrow, I think they can do enough on offense versus the Cincinnati Bengals defense, going with the Denver Broncos. Arizona Cardinals have lost 4 out of 5. LA Rams have won 4 games in a row, guys. So, who wins this game? I'm going with the LA Rams all day. They're playing at home. Arizona Cardinals are reeling. Both of their tackles, Jonah Williams, the right tackle, and Paris Johnson, the left tackle, are out in this spot. Bet heavy on the Rams, and you will be happy that you did. Sunday, December 29th, Buffalo Bills, New York Jets. The Jets suck. The Bills are awesome. The Bills are 7-0 at home this year. I think the Jets have like 2 road wins all year long. Buffalo Bills moved to 8-0. Josh Allen, James Cook, and that nice wide receiver crew led by Amari Cooper, Keon Coleman, and Khalil Shakir. They dominate in this spot. Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New Orleans Saints. I like the Vegas Raiders in this spot. Aiden O'Connell's not a bad quarterback, guys. I kind of like what he does. Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers are pretty decent. It sucks that Max Crosby will not be playing in this game. It looks like Spencer Rattler will be starting at quarterback for the Saints. Not like it matters. They suck. So do the Raiders, but I think the Raiders sneak by and get a W. Colts versus the Giants. It's the Colts all day. Giants have yet to win a home game. It's going to be cold in Jersey for sure, but I think Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor had an amazing game last week, absolutely crushed it. Big bounce back performance for him. I'm going with the Colts all day. No Dexter Lawrence for the Giants. I don't know who's Drew Lock looked terrible last week, guys. He looked absolutely terrible. I'm going with the Colts. Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles. We got to wait and see. Will Jalen Hurts play in this game? Kenny Pickett got his feet wet a little bit last week. He looked okay. He delivered passes that Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley should have caught that would have won them the game. But Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley shit the bed with those passes. And then Vic Fangio not making any adjustments. They blew it. They blew it. Cowboys versus the Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles right now, but no Jalen Hurts. I'm taking the Cowboys. The Cowboys defense has been playing a lot better, guys. They looked really, really good last week, shutting down Mike Evans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dallas dominated that game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pretty much in all facets of the game. Cooper Rush gets better and better every week. So no Jalen Hurts. I'm going with the Cowboys. But for now, we're going with the Philadelphia Eagles. Next up, we got the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Guys, I'm taking the upset here. I think Carolina's 8-point dogs in this spot, and I think they win this game. The Buccaneers defense without Antoine Winfield is just not the same. Sterling Shepard's banged up. Mike Evans can't do it all. We have to keep an eye on Cade Otton and see if he plays the tight end. If Cade Otton doesn't play, I'm definitely going with Carolina, but I'm going to stick to my guns and go with the Carolina Panthers. Tennessee Titans. Jacksonville Jaguars. A dumpster fire game here, guys. I don't really have a tell on this game too much, but I think the Titans are a better roster. Mason Rudolph played pretty good last week, and I take pretty much any quarterback over Mac Jones. I like the Titans defense better. I like the running back situation in Tennessee. I just like the Titans better overall, especially with no Trevor Lawrence for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're taking the Titans on the road to get a W. Miami Dolphins versus Cleveland. Must-win game for Miami. They win, they're still alive in this playoff contention, depending on what the Broncos and Chargers do, obviously. The Cleveland Browns quarterback situation is a dumpster fire. I'm going with the Dolphins. Hopefully Jalen Waddle comes back. Tyreek Hill kind of struggled a little bit last week, but I like Miami in this spot. Green Bay versus Minnesota. Christian Watson, the wide receiver for the Packers, doesn't look like he's going to play. That's a big deal. Big deal, especially on the road, taking on Minnesota. Minnesota has a really good defense. I think it's a close game, but I'm going with Minnesota at home. They've won, 10 games in a row, 8 games in a row, something like that. They've been unbelievable. Atlanta versus Washington. Commanders all day. Jaden Daniels is a dog. I loved him in the draft process. People were like, no way, Caleb Williams is better. And I was like, you guys are morons. Watch. Jaden Daniels is balling out. I think they crushed Atlanta. Michael Penix Jr. played okay last week, but he doesn't have the firepower and experience to beat Jaden Daniels, even though they're both rookies. This is only Penix Jr.'s second start. Wrapping up, Week 17, Detroit Lions at the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going with the Lions all day. Trent Williams is hurt. No Brandon Ayuk. No Christian McCaffrey. The 49ers are on their 38th running back. Detroit Lions win all day. Blow them out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.